Alright, there's a fair bit of news like, so strap in. Have you seen the names on the Veteran Cup for the Blading Cup? Oh my goodness, stacked! I'm really excited to see Rachard Johnson. I've not seen him skating for a while.
What is going on?
If you're lucky enough to be going to the Blade Cup, have a blast, right? It looks like there's a million sponsors as well, man. It's always on the up. Good heavens, how has Bolino done this?
Consume.
Have you seen these? Posted up on Arlo's Twitter. It looks like we're getting a drugs receipt, them skates, collab skate for the Blading Cup. The black and gold colourway on the box is quite similar to the black and gold them skate laces that are going to be released for the Blading Cup as well. So potentially a black and gold skate.
But if you've got the purple magic wand and maybe there's only, 20 of those in the collection, then everybody who's got the purple magic wand, we will, send us your address, we'll confirm your wallet, and we'll send you out this special them skates, drug receipts package, care package that'll have skates.
I'm keen to see what they've come up with, although not everybody shares the same excitement as me. Expectations are low given the hideousness of the Arlo Valo. This person is definitely not keen on the bold designs that Arlo is known for, but it's good to have some colourful designs out there. It might not be for you, but it will be for somebody. Another tease for the Blading Cup. Them Skates and Braindead posted up this. Lovely bit of hand modelling there, and it looks like a big yoke as well. So I'm going to guess that thing is 80mm. So is it a Them Skates, Braindead, 80mm wheel, like cruiser skate that's coming? Smart. And it's good to see these traditionally aggressive brands leaning into these other avenues. It's just sensible to generate more income. Follow them down in. Franco say they're getting back involved, man. They want another bite of the apple. There's a golf theme for half of it, which is interesting. Casey Garrity's good at golf, isn't he? I wonder if he's going to be picking up any pieces and hitting the course. Speaking of golf though, and related to rollerblading, in Jersey, our first skate park, there was a crazy golf above it, like a dinosaur themed one. After a while the dinosaurs disappeared. I remember seeing like a 12-foot fiberglass T-Rex in a skip, which was sad, but it did leave the golf course completely open. They were really good for grinding on the edge of them. And funnily, that's not actually the last time I skated a crazy golf course. I highly rate them for skate spots.
My wife get mad at me, all I do is go.
I like that animal polo one. I can see myself going full Pat Butcher when I'm older and just being like head to toe in animal print. I'm also a fan of the cursive one. It kind of reminds me of the New York Dolls. It's definitely a year of the comeback. Sega are reportedly working on a big budget reboot of Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi, planned as part of a super game project with a Fortnite model. Fairly exciting stuff, especially for those of you who used to get a buzz on over it when the game came out originally in 2000. Hopefully they get in contact with a few brands and get some names in there and get some proper skates and stuff like that. And maybe we'll even see some people who play the game and actually want to try out some skating. So there's that. Actually, my pal Sammy Taro on Instagram did a piece on Jet Set Radio about a month ago, and he's just posted up a bit on Crazy Taxi as well. So there's a good bit of info there if you want to get some more detail, and it's definitely worth checking out his Instagram anyway. It's full of great stuff. We've also now had a decent look at the Gawds big-ins that have been floating about for a while. Straight away though, people are diving in with the comments, oh, can you stick a sole plate on that thing? Flipping heck, does that happen in any other aspect of life? Oh, can we stick 2 more wheels on that motorbike and a roof and just turn it into a car? Or can we squeeze that footy into an egg shape and play a little bit of rugby with it? Just take it as it is, man. Don't try and change everything. It's a big wheeler, just leave it at that. Sole plates on big wheel skates, vegetarian bacon. Forget your grind shoes. Get some folding skates. Look at these things, man. You could fold them up and put them in an actual boot bag. That's incredible. One of my biggest pains is my skates and how awkwardly big they are in a bag and how much they dig into my hip and stuff like that. The amount of times I've accidentally punched myself in the kidney with my skate. Not with these orange beauties. Actually, I've got a better idea. So bin your soap shoes, bin your fold skates, grind hooks, mate. That's what the kids are going to be into, grind hooks. Look at these things, man. You just slap them on your wrist and then you connect yourself to things and you can grind them and hang up in the air. It's like being a gibbon, which is probably top 5 animal of all time, the gibbon. When you're bored on the bus or the train, the overground, just hook up and do a few grinds. Yeah, man. International wheeler dealer Bolton's Businessman of the Year, the man who can take your haircut from looking like it's ready for the bin to a top rate, top shelf trim. Elliot Stevens and Blagger Store got a ruck of new gear out to keep you looking smart. You've got a couple of tie-dye numbers in there. There's this bloke fresh out of prison for his violation that he was serving, 3 months for a touch toe roll. You've got the Lighten Up t-shirt with a load of people cracking up. Looks like the model has posed mid-Krypton Factor while he's underneath the netting. Ninja Warrior is just a Neanderthal's version of Krypton Factor, isn't it? At least in Krypton Factor you had to answer a few questions now. You had to have a bit of nous about you, like. You had to be a bit smart. You couldn't just be, oh, really fit, like, and fly off a few things. Nah, mate. Got to have them both, like. That's a real test. You've got the Horizon tee there. Lovely colourful Horizon, quite playful colours. And I think that one might be Elliot, just thinking about all those customers who come in with products still in their hair, like, if you're not going to pay for the wash and cut, at least turn up with your hair wash, man. Be respectful, like. Elliot's seen it all, man. He's been counting nits and stuff all day and like getting all the like wax caught up in his blades and like, mate, it's just not on. Sort yourselves out, like. He spends his lunchtime like head in hands, just like, oh, these people, like, just a bit of friggin' like wash and go or something, anything. Soap, fairy up liquid. Seriously though, Blagger Store will have you sorted out. There's like hoodies, there's long sleeves, there's water bottles, there's flipping tote bags. Also, while you're waiting for your trim, and if your hair is in a bit of a state, wear one of his hats. Like, I mean, the man is seriously thinking about your head, your gaff, your whole face situation all the time, man. He's got you covered. Winterclash posted up this, which got the ticker pumping. Time for one more? Yeah, of course, mate. There's always time for one more. The amount of times I've said and heard that phrase, time for one more. Yeah, come on. When is it though? I need to book these things. People have families and that. Like, they need to make arrangements, so as soon as you can, just let us know, yeah? If I don't get the booking in early, I'm going to end up on some narrowboat trip with my girlfriend, which actually will be lovely, but, you know, come on. Just give me a chance here, like. So these are Yandy's first signature wheels with Chroma. The wheels are flat bullet, 58mm. They come in a set of 8. 4 of them are going to be 90A. The other 4 are going to be 92A, providing an optimal flat setup. So if you're riding flat, softer ones on the outside, harder ones on the inside. The wheels come in custom packaging. It's got James Clerk Maxwell on there, mathematician specialising in magnetism. There's also a sticker sheet. Yandy gets £6 in royalty for each bundle sold, and that's regardless of whether you buy it from Chroma or you buy it from a shop. There's also a limited run of t-shirts designed by Jeremy Bytel. You got your man Maxwell on there. One of them comes in a bright iron brew orange.
He's a cheeky wee fella, eh?
And then you've got a more subtle black as well. There's also a pretty good promo to go with these wheels as well, but we'll talk about that in a bit. You can get Voodoo Pro and Voodoo M-Tech wheels over at wizardskating.com now. There's a few different sizes on there. You can also get an advanced frame pack. And the brand's motto is, we don't sell wheels, we sell dreams. I'm into it, I'm sold. And what's the going rate on a dream? Endless have got some ultra shiny frames out. Crikey Merlin. They look absolutely beautiful and give you a bit of an illusion effect. But they're gonna cause complete havoc, man. What happens if the sun beams off that thing? You're gonna be burning holes in people. Definitely mentioned this already, but I proper rate socks. And I said they were going to be trending this year. Plastic Pushers and Edo have teamed up on some flat Eric yellow sports socks, made in Berlin by Edo Goods from surplus yarns. I've got some Edo socks and they're very comfortable. You know when you first put on socks and it's just like, whoa, heavenly. But then the next time you're like, oh yeah, not so much. These ones have retained that feeling quite a bit actually. Like, second, third time on, I'm still like, oh yeah, this is something special for my feet. Sasa Lopez Pro for Icon and now a 50/50 frame as well. Top work, man. And a beautiful colour to boot. Master Shredder Ed Gilly has got himself a pro wheel from Haunted Wheel Co. And it comes with an octagon core. There's been a couple of new signings. Takeshi Yasutoko has been announced on the Undercover Wheels Pro team for 2022. Yeah, he only had to win the gold medal at the X Games 16 times before he got on the pro wheel team. Oh, come on, mate. 12. You're taking the mick, you're a charlatan. Get back out there, win a few more, and then come back to us in a bit. Also, matey boy Nicola Torelli is on the undercover team as well. That actually sounds like a name from the Goonies, doesn't it? But I think they were called the Fratellis. I quite like in the description they say, a man that needs no introduction, then they give an introduction. That's kind of in the same cabinet as going, oh, I don't mean to be rude, but, and then you just say something rude, don't you? Same thing. And Martin Danning has been announced as a Mesmer AM rider. That team is gnarly. Shred till your legs turn to bread. There's a cool magazine starring Ilya Savosin called Savazine, limited edition, about the 10 days they were in Siberia filming for his signature skate edit, all put together by Alexander. It looks decent, and it's good to have like physical copies of things like that, just in case a system goes down and we lose everything. I know I've got some new bits. On a very serious note, and I'm pretty sure everybody is aware of this by now, but Jeph Howard suffered some horrendous injuries. He fractured 2 vertebrae, broke 2 ribs, and then one of the ribs punctured his lung. Michael Garlinghouse set up a GoFundMe page to try and raise $10,000 to help with the medical bills, to help with the ambulance, and just generally support Jeph and his family through this time, because it's going to be like a long time that he can't actually work or do anything really. It's really positive to see how much the community responded to this, and there's over $22,000 in there now. The American healthcare system is terrifying. Understandably, a lot of people were looking to raisers to see what they were going to do in this situation. Jeph has been riding for them for well over a decade. He's a pro rider, he's just got a pro skate, and they wanted to see what kind of things they were going to do, and it didn't start off great. Their first public sign of involvement was them sharing the existing GoFundMe link, and although this is like a gesture of support, the community definitely found that underwhelming. They were expecting a lot more from this, as you probably already know. Amongst the messages asking raisers to do more, there are a few messages pointing out that raisers had no legal obligation to get involved with this. And I think that's kind of read the room completely wrong. I don't think people like misunderstood that or were like going, oh, raisers, you're bang to right, you've got to do this. People just wanted to see a more like human reaction to this. They wanted to see more empathy, something a bit more moral. I hold my hands up. This is all just what I've seen publicly. I don't know if there's anything going on behind the scenes, and I really hope there is. Next was the raffle, again trying to generate support, trying to generate awareness, but the community just felt like this was underwhelming as well. People said it seemed a little bit odd when the GoFundMe had already got the attention of the community and was generating money, to then do something that wasn't going to bring in like that much more attention or that much more support for Jeph. Then allegedly Andy only donated $100, which didn't look great when other brand owners like Matthias Knoll were allegedly donating $500. This sparked a conversation about health insurance, and this isn't an issue that's limited to rollerblading. No, it covers like all extreme sports. They all suffer the same issue and complications around this. Like the riders are seen as independent contractors. They're not a part of the actual business. Well, they're not like a full-time employee who would be covered under the business's insurance, which is a lot simpler thing to sort out. It becomes really complicated when you're an independent contractor. Like you have to actually be in the office, I believe, for a certain amount of hours to become a proper employee. And there's just so much red tape around it all. I admit I am not versed enough in this to give like a damning opinion like either way of what should be happening, but from what I understand of other industries, if they were then to like give health insurance to all their pro riders, it would mean less pro riders. It would even potentially mean like less of those companies even existing at all. And then if you apply that to rollerblading, where there's like less money than these other extreme sports, what would that look like? It would mean that like certain brands just couldn't exist and couldn't like function if they had to do this. It's such a complicated issue and such like a hard decision to be making. The community's comments seem to have some sort of impact, because Jeff's seen his royalties go up to $30 per skate.
Pumped on the $30 royalties,
which is really positive, and it's really great to see. Things didn't really get better for raisers. Yandriel posted this up on the Rollerblading Facebook group, basically explaining that raisers had gone back on an incentive deal, and when Yandriel was asking for what he was due, raisers seemed to suddenly backtrack and change their mind and change the agreement. They were no longer willing to match the original agreement. Instead of blowing a complete gasket, Yandriel did the sensible thing, put time and effort into researching like what he thought was like a fair alternative that would work, and even presented his his idea to Andy and Jeph, but the meeting didn't quite go as you'd expect, and like Andy was like quite dismissive, allegedly, of what Yandriel was presenting. Again, the community got behind the rider, got behind Yandriel. There was loads of positive messages of support saying that he was doing the right thing. There was a few people in there saying,
oh, but where's your contact and stuff like that?
Apparently in America, like, emails are legally binding, so he has that on his side. And again, it looked like the community coming together, sending these messages made a difference, because Yandriel was then told he would actually be paid the incentives.
The price is right.
Yandriel's still going to be leaving raises. Grubber! There was a ruck of other riders that came out, said they were going to be leaving raises as well.
Girl, bye.
This is on top of a history of people leaving raises for like a multitude of reasons, so it doesn't really look good for them, especially when like there's now options to support Blader owned and run companies which on the face of things are doing a lot of really good work. I could do a more in-depth video on this if people want to see that. Leave us a comment or fire us over a message. Mostly with this, I just wanted to keep the attention on Jeff's situation and keep people supporting him. Wishing him and his family like all the best for the journey ahead, man.
Watch.
Sven, or as matey boy Brandon calls him.
One of the best bladers in the world, Swin.
Is going for the blading versions of the Michelin star with this 3-course slap-up meal. You've got a vert section to whet the appetite. Very rare you get a vert section actually, so this one's a little bit of a treat. I'm just trying to eat a vert. Has anybody ever had a vert birthday cake? If you've got a skate-related birthday cake, send it over to me just so I can see. Then for the main course, you've got a big old chunk of street in there. Sven is 41. 41. What an absolute inspiration, man. It's good. It's not like, oh, he's 41 and he's kind of doing all right for his age. Nah, man. He's absolutely smashing the place up. And a little bit of dessert in the form of a park section to finish it all off. Absolutely bravo for putting this all together. 14 to 41, that's all the years rollerblading. Flipping out, man, and still pumping them out at an elite level. Incredible. When this came out, Straight Air Don't Care definitely thought they were the winning ticket for the Grand National, didn't they? Like, whoa, it's come in trumps, man. There is loads of really stylish, really good postured forward airs, man. Sean Darcy's the absolute boss of them, man. It's just good form, always. Makes them look spectacular. I definitely reckon he has raised the stocks in the front air. And it's more than just front airs as well. He's a really good street navigator. You can just utilise everything that's going. Like a little bit of a bank there, yeah, I'll be having that. Shoot myself into space or up that bank to grind that ledge. Man, he knows his way around the streets, doesn't he? Greg Preston as well. Knows his way around with the camera. It's an absolute win. Yandriel's got a new bit called Resonance. This follows on from Magnetician. All got like electromagnetic themed titles because that's what he was studying and that's what he's into. This is a very good video, very good promotion of the wheel, man. He's definitely going to shift a few after this one, isn't he? Like, I feel like he's really carving a lane for himself. I said that about Magnetician as well, but I feel like he is a kind of standout skater, unique style. He's got his own kind of tricks that he's into that you don't really see many other people doing. I particularly like the shuffle, fast out alley fish brain bit that he did. Loads of people were chatting about the true misfit. And, oh, there he goes now, man. There he goes. I heard that bloke did a true misfit on the street. Oh, no way. Mate, that is an elite club you invented. It's a really good edit. Go and check it out. I reckon most of you have probably already seen it because it was getting loads of love. But yeah, go and watch it again. Jeph Howard's promo for his skate is also up, showing why he deserves a pro skate. Man, unbelievable talent, like. Always good to see footage from him. Really gnarly stuff in there. There's actually footage of the injury as well, which is like, it's actually quite hard to watch knowing like the injuries that he's got from it and the situation that he's put him in. So be a little bit wary about that one. But yeah, like I say, unbelievable stuff in there. Creative, proper burly stuff in there. Wishing him a speedy recovery, man, and can't wait to see more footage like this. Mesmer have posted up Storm and BNC, you've got Levy in there, you've got Davey, you've got Shord. Man, it's always exciting seeing what Levy is up to. He's a little bit of an animal, like. He's always a bit gnarly and the skating is always gritty. Like, speaks to the kind of like ethos and the heart of rollerblading, you know? Idle Minds videos dropped DIY Hackney 2022. The whole gang is involved. It's them skating the Hackney bumps and the Hackney DIY skate park. I don't know if you've ever had to contend with the floor at the DIY, but it's absolutely boisterous. You know how you can buy like bags of like broken biscuits for discount? It feels like they've actually just littered the whole floor in broken biscuits, but the broken biscuits happen to be like concrete slabs. Man, it is rough down there. So yeah, top work for everything they achieved in that little one. How good is this? Top talk. That is proper, man. This is a little clip from the trip rolling through Costa Brava. You got Javi, Sophie, Ramata, Anna on a little trip down to the Costa Brava. Very cinematic. Give this one a whirl. George Wilson has won the hands in pocket cup. He's got that action figure flexibility.
That's the best thing I've ever seen. Easily.
100% George has put himself in a washing machine and had a spin on it, hasn't he? Definitely. Dominic Sagono's back on the boots game, man. He's still got loads of style, getting that practice in for the anniversary skate. And I think that's about it. Thank you so much to all my Patreons. Your name is up there on the screen now. Like, I really appreciate your support. It does help keep this thing going. Here's another video you can watch. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Enjoy the Blade Cup if you're there, and see you again soon, I reckon. Spotty dog.